poor me, and no blameology.
There you go.
Don't blame anybody. Don't point fingers outward. Don't blame yourself. Don't be
Brendan,
victim.
pass these around.
Don't fall for that. Okay? To wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile. And to give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others. And to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Let me reread the last line, which is, for me, the sweetest one of this affirmation here, self-affirmation. To be too large for worry, no fear. Too noble for anger.
I gotta get something. Hold it, please.
What?
Hold that.
Too strong for fear.
Tillman.
And too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Too much joy, too much music, too much dancing, too much weed, too much happiness, too much sex, too much money, too much joy to the world on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. So in that spirit, I would just offer you an opportunity, a great moment for terrific afternoon music on one of the last sunny days of the fall. And treasure this afternoon. It's beautiful music. Come on in here. We got the $500 seats still available for $250.
Well, it's funny you brought that up about the Optimus Creed, because this was my Halloween costume. I went as an optimist.
Yes, you're half full. That's good.
This is me laughing at myself.
That's
you know.
good. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
Optimists live longer than pessimists, but pessimists are usually more angry.
Yeah. And we do hope, knock on wood, there'll be a little coffee coming along our way. And welcome to church.
Thank you.
We'll,
You know what, this all
Smoke them
makes
if
me
you
think
got them.
of? Today, I can't believe it.
Hence for being outside. That was.
I remember I was walking down into the basement, and the first thing I said to myself was, what took you so long?
Oh,
So that, I feel like you
Is
guys
Michael
are kind
Prentice
of
here?
realistic.
well, thank you. Yeah, we'll pass that when you're done. You can just get a
So
flavor
you
of
can
it.
contemplate on that till I see you next time.
Do you want these back?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, read it and then you can pass it along.
Oh, I love her. She's awesome.
Hey, Tasha.
Hi.
You know, we're thinking, we're being a little playful.
Yeah.
But as this church was founded here at the Ralston neighborhood, that what we might do is buy that big church at 7 Mile Woodward.
Oh yeah?
We call it the Temple of Holy Smoke.
That'd be so awesome.
And we'll buy it from the Winans. We're gonna offer the Winans,
Oh my God. It'd be...
we're gonna offer the Winans a little something to exchange the title to us, and we'll take over that big church already built for us.
I think you should go.
And what we're gonna ask to have a blues gospel band. You don't know where we could get ourselves a blues gospel band, do you?
Well, I can put something together.
Okay.
For sure.
Keep an ear out. Keep an ear open.
Absolutely.
How you doing? Good to see you. How about you? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're in the band.
Okay. Anybody else want to take off on anything I've put on the table? Otherwise, I'll keep it moving and pass it along to Marvin here. Anybody would want? What do you got?
Jackie Wilson.
Got opposite night here.
I gotta go.
The sun's so low.
Yeah, we got 2 poems here. And there's a chair. If you take that chair while you're at it, I get the chair while it's gettable. We got some more we can bring out, but right now there's 2 chairs. Take your pick.
What's that? No, this is just a backpack. Yeah, oh, it's just no. Yeah.
So Marvin, it's going to be your call. I can introduce you to come up.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce you.
All right, I will. This is Marvin, who is the founder of the Temple of Holy Smoke. When he was a little child, they found him on the Nile in a small basket. He was floating on the Nile, and they took Marvin in to the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh actually adopted Marvin, Pharaoh of Egypt, and he was involved with a group called the Israelites, and they gave him a nickname, Moses, and it came up upon the time they had to leave Egypt. Marvin led this group of people across the Red Sea and all the way up to Sinai. There was this peak up in the Sinai Peninsula, and he went up there and he had an actual meeting with God. And God gave him a set of commandments, which he's followed ever since with the Temple of Holy Smoke. And so this is the closest we're going to come to a meeting with God. And if you say, I don't know if I can go that far, well, then think of it as a meeting with Moses. And think of this as we're up on Mount Sinai together, and we got across the Red Sea. So I want to introduce the founder of the Earth Community. Founder of the Earth Community. Before that, there was no Earth. And then when the Earth came, Marvin arrived. It came, washed ashore with the snails and all other friends it has. And he created the Earth Community. Look at what shape we're in today. Thank you, Marvin, for creating this Earth for us to enjoy. Here, now,
I feel like I'm at my roast or my funeral.
I'm warming up for it. So, he also created the party. So I'm sure that there'll be in his church a party room for the party. But right today we're introducing him as a founding pastor of the Temple of Holy Smoke. So this is Marvin. Marvin, if you have to come up to the pulpit.
Oh, I want to keep that, put it over my bed. I keep it.
Can you show it to everybody? So can I see it?
You want a chair over there to sit on?
I'm going to try this out. Hi back there. So, move over, Dennis. Move over a little bit to your right. Yeah, I can see you.
Dennis, you did great. Thank you very much.
Michael, you are.
Thanks, Mike, it was a good kickoff.
Good, thank you.
Yes.
Michael is always such an amazing. He's always witty.
Let me capture that.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Mike Prentice.
Yeah.
You need to watch yourself. You're gonna.
Oh, okay.
You can sit right here on one of the chairs.
You can sit in the
Michael.
middle.
Where do I sit in the middle? Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Dennis, for the moment.
Yeah, that's my copy.
I was
Or
making
go ahead.
pews. Those are pews for the church. I put a lot of effort.
Thank you. You did, man. You got free pizza today.
Rounded off all the corners.
this chair?
Yeah, move it, please. Free pizza for you.
I'll have one, Michael, before there. I'll give it
Well, I'll get that one. You know,
The programs are up there if we hand those out.
That'd be great. Thank you. Can I call you? Can I get your phone number? That'd be great. Thanks.
You have to read the article to find out what.
I haven't made that DVD for you yet, I apologize.
What's your first name? Tom? You want to just call,
Probably in a
you want to
legal
call my number? And you can just say that. It's 248.
Marvin?
I couldn't make any sense out of your numbers. You'll have to help me when you get back in.
248.
So, hi, this is welcome to Sunday. I guess the issue I have is, are we going to continue this next week?
I'll check on it and let everybody know. If they stay around a little bit, I'll make the announcement. I have to check with Steve on that.
Before the end of the day, I brought up some paper, pencil, so we can start collecting, Michael, we can start collecting phone numbers or email addresses. So
Yeah, we'll have a notebook in the room. We'll have a notebook set out with a pen. Yep.
sounds like
Thank you.
idea.
Yeah, good. That's for COVID tracking.
Yeah, exactly. COVID tracking. So I want to welcome those of you who are here for the second time. I'm here for the second time, and those of you who are here for the first time. And it's kind of cool. And the day is so amazing. It's so fucking amazing. And for many of us, if not most of us, we have a reason to celebrate. Basically because the Wicked Witch is dead and gone off to some other planet wherever he belongs. Because he certainly wasn't. It wasn't, in my opinion, that he was such a bad president. It's just he had such a filthy mouth. You know, just attacking everybody right and left. You know, he was like the kid who comes, who just wants to cause trouble and then leave the room and say it wasn't me. You know?
Is there something sitting on that chair?
He is
okay.
Probably the most immature president we've ever had, and we only hope and pray that he leaves office, you know, concedes peacefully, and we don't have issues between those of us who want him out and those of us who
left it out.
three groups of people: those of us who want him out, some of us who want him to be in, those of us who don't care, and those of us who don't even know there's a president. Like not at all. Like Tommy here.
Well, if you smoke enough good marijuana, it doesn't matter who's president.
It doesn't matter. I think if any one of us here in this group would probably, can you sit back or move your chair back so I can see? Tommy, I can't see that. But you just move your chair back. It'll be because then you'll lean forward. There we go. Thanks.
Boy, those are so big. Is that okay? Can you?
No, I can see her. I can see her. And it wasn't
The guy with the beard over there.
I am going to send you to the principal after class.
I'm forgetting.
You got coffee?
Proceed.
You know, how I met Tom. I could write a book called How I Met Tommy Spaghetti. And would you tell them how we met?
No, we're losing audience.
No, they're interested. The personal structure.
Dude,
They're interested.
I finally
How many of you
moved.
want to know how I met him? Raise your hand.
In a shoe store?
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. The nays have it. People that didn't vote will be counted as a no.
No, they just abstained vociferously.
There's
That's all.
naysayers everywhere.
So would you
Carry
mind
on.
talking about it or getting
No,
up?
I'd rather talk about
You
like,
asked me to bring it up.
the burning questions with regard to this presidential election.
Yes.
It's like, how are we going to get rid of Trump? Are we going to burn him at the stake? Are we going to hang his
No,
ass?
we're not. Proceed, Marvin.
Go to
Control the
jail?
floor.
System?
Oh, he's gonna go out.
Straight jacket.
I don't think that. Yeah, what I heard today, which makes some sense, is the federal government, they're not going to prosecute him, but individual states like New York seems like they might prosecute him. But I think it's best that our new president would just leave Mr. Trump alone and not create more problems by going after him. It seems like he's already lost, you know, as much as he could possibly
Don't
lose.
go away, man. Just go away.
Yeah, why stir everybody up? Because it's not going to change anything. They're all crooks, as far as I know. Biden is probably as much of a thief as any of the rest of them.
He's still not out yet. We still got 72, 73 days of him still being president.
Even though the number of days.
when tenants get kicked out of the house, a lot of times they'll ruin the house because they're mad that they're getting kicked out. Same analogy could be used for Trump. He's being kicked out. He's angry. He's mad because he got screwed out of this. He, you know, this is all phoney news, fake news, and all this.
Gonna take
And,
the
and he's
gold-plated
mad.
toilet with him.
I'm
Yeah,
just worried about.
he's gonna stuff up the toilets. You know what I mean? He's gonna stuff up the toilets. He's gonna
They
throw
steal the
paint all over the
plumbing.
place.
He's gonna
He's-
steal it.
He's gonna turn the White House into the shit house.
You think it's going to burn it down?
My biggest concern is that the GOP lame duckers, including Trump, will do everything they can to sabotage the nation before they walk out the door. It's what happened in Michigan and Wisconsin when Democratic governors won there. The GOP legislature immediately passed things to limit the powers of the governor. And I think that these GOP guys may try to do something similar here. They can do a lot of damage in the next 70 plus days.
Yeah. So I just wanted to call that to mind even as we begin. On one level, we're most of us, I'm saying, I can't speak for everyone, are happy with the results of the election, and then most of us are then frightened what the next 72 days are going to be like.
I know.
With Trump being still in power and the kind of damage or danger that he could possibly do. It reminds me of when Nixon, when he was, it was pretty clear that he was going to be impeached. One of his, what was his name? He called all the heads of the Pentagon. He called them together, and it was a secret meeting. He said, you know, this is what's happening. The president is acting very weird. If the president issues any really weird, orders before you carry them out, let's sit down and talk about it. In other words, he was concerned that the president could blow up the planet because he had the power to do so. Now, Trump, on the other hand, believe it or not, this is what I think is surprising, is people don't know that he was actually against the Vietnam War, actively against the Vietnam War. He was not a war candidate, and he's the first president we've had in so ever who didn't get us involved in any war at all, you know. And he should be acknowledged for that. And he should have won the Nobel Peace Prize, I think.
No.
In the Middle East.
There's a lot more criteria than just whether
Say it
or not
again.
you went to war.
Say it again.
There's peace in the Middle East. There's never been peace in the Middle East.
There's no peace in the Middle East.
There's no peace in the Middle East.
We have work to do.
Politicians.
They've destroyed so much.
Go ahead.
I said there's no peace in the Middle East. They made a deal between politicians that are evil people, and the people there are going to continue to suffer. They're going to continue to try to kill the Israelis. Their goal in life for 1,000 years has been to kill the Jews and take over the land. That's not going to change with a treaty. You know, these people are raised generation after generation with hate. Their government rewards them for bombing and killing children on buses. This is not going to change because of some oil deal that they make or arms deal that they make.
That's why we're meeting.
They want you to believe one thing when it's all about selling arms.
Somehow I had the thought you're going to be taking a totally opposite point of view. But
it's all about selling arms.
I'm glad. I like to hear freedom of discussion and freedom of involvement. I spent some time. I traveled around the world, and one of the countries I visited was Greece during the military dictatorship. And the English language newspaper, which was published once or twice a week, was totally just government decree after government decree. It wasn't like headlines. It was the day the military commander of Region Number 7 made the following announcements, and they were all, that was the whole thing. No, just government decree after government decree, and to live in a free society where you can have differences of opinion, which don't lead to violence, that actually can make a difference. And you don't really appreciate it until I spent some time in the Soviet Union. You don't really appreciate freedom until you go someplace where you don't have it, and people are scared to death of expressing anything to you as an American or to anybody because it's dangerous. I know when we got back from one of the trips I went to, we got back. I'm not bullshitting. We all went down on our fours and kissed the earth at the airport. I mean, really, it was like beautiful. I mean, we were so happy to be back in this country. It's such a, and it'd be nice if this country lived up to its standard that is on the Statue of Liberty. It'd be nice if we had peace on the planet all together, all together. Which I don't see why it should be an idea whose time has come. Let's all get together, Arab and Jew and Republican and Democrat, if you will. Because and that's another reason why we started a group called Earth Community, which is the whole notion that we're all citizens of just like you're a citizen of a city. You also can be a citizen of a county. It's like you can be a citizen of a county, you can be a citizen of a state. Just like you can be a citizen of a state, you're also a citizen of a nation. Why can't you then also be a citizen of Earth? Because this is our home. It's an artificial boundary when you say some of us are Canadians and some of us are Americans and some of us are Brazilians. It's just nonsense. It's a time to let it go, I think. We're all not part of Earth. an earth community of people, and let's celebrate that. And that's one of the things I like. What is that, sir? Dennis,
Magic.
Dennis has
And
made an
that's
offer.
the right direction. Their decals free for anyone to take. But it's the 4 directions. It's the medicine wheel of the Native Americans. Started using this symbol, and it's the light. The light to the east. I can't remember the whole thing, but the darkness is to the west. So it's, anyways, and
It's
it
something.
referenced the
It
4
better be aligned
directions-
directionally.
the 4 directions and the 4 races of our globe, our mother.
Years ago,
There is.
Are you okay?
We're all from one tribe.
You're going to get a bite to eat. He's okay.
okay, Mike.
Okay.
I'm,
You're
I,
right from Africa.
we're very lucky that it's such a beautiful day, and we're very lucky
Indeed.
that our friend David, our friend, he's not David anymore. Who is he?
Eddie
Eddie. Yeah, our friend
Eddie St. Alban.
Eddie St. Alban has told us that we have this opportunity to be here and gather. Michael won't be here. Did Michael already leave? He just went. Michael.
I think his bag's still here, so he's.
Michael Whitty's going to be moving, not moving, going to CAF. He's leaving soon, right?
San Francisco
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
for the winter.
We're
That
gonna
sounds
move-
exciting.
Must be nice.
He goes every winter.
Yeah, it's great. I'd love to go.
Well, his wife really likes San Francisco. He really likes Detroit.
And he's
So
having dinner
they-
with Borat.
Huh?
That's why he's gotta go.
So they compromise. They spend half the year in San Francisco, half the year here.
Marvin, are you going to continue or are you finishing
I'm
up?
not finishing at all. I mean, I'm finishing, but not
What?
quite yet. I just want to acknowledge that I need friends. And that's why I'm trying to save the world. So I can have 7 billion more friends. You know? Because we all need friends. We're social. And I just read another science report that said that basically, you know, we're doomed. We're more doomed than we ever thought we were doomed. And I went, you know, that's probably true. But you know what? What am I going to do between now and then? You know, I might as well do something that I consider to be helpful and fun, and maybe, just maybe, we can make the kind of difference that we want to make. But we'll have fun being within community, and so I'm looking forward. And we have a candidate here. We have a man who ran for political office, and would you like to say something to the? You can't not be a. How can you not be a? You got to stand up and speak, brother.
Oh, I'm a regular person now. It's the vote's over, so I'm just an old person.
How many votes did you get approximately? May I ask?
73,918.
73,000 what?
That's good.
918.
Good for you.
Good job, Mike.
Congrats.
When I ran for
I know
board,
there's a lot of votes here,
I
so
voted
I
for
thank
you.
everybody who did vote.
Sure.
when I ran for U of M Board of Regents as a libertarian, I only got 20,000 votes. I thought that was doing really good.
Wow.
And you got 73,000 running as a green.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah.
Oh, the
It's a
Libertarians
Yeah.
Also up there,
Look
being,
at
I
it
think
at
they were
the
at the between
beginning.
99 and 105.
Well, a lot more people are voting nowadays,
They look
especially in this
you
last one.
cared. You cared enough to go and run. You gotta get credit for that. That's not worthless. That's important.
Not only that,
Really.
you have potentially
There's a bunch of pizzas
72,000
inside.
congregants to Marvin's church,
That's right.
the temple of Holy Smoke.
And then I read what you said that your victory, maybe I got it wrong, enables the Greens to not have to repetition again because
Yeah, for party
were you
access.
the top of the ticket?
No, Marshall was at the top of the ticket.
No,
No,
I mean, here
Howie
in
was
Michigan.
the top of the ticket. Howie Hawkins, you know, as the presidential candidate. The presidential candidate is always the top of the ticket. But underneath him was Marsha Squire running for Senate.
Who we had as a guest on our show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what
And
about Sherry?
and then the other statewide candidates where there were 2 positions available. That's where I felt.
How did the Green candidate for senator do? You know, how many votes?
Oh, I can't remember offhand.
So what are your plans for the future, Congressman?
I'm congressman. Oh, I should have gone for congressman maybe. I don't know.
Well, you got 2 years. You can pull it off.
Hey, we're at the ready. We're gonna work for you for free.
Yeah.
Okay, we got how many people here?
Huh?
Who did win?
Who did what? When?
Who won?
In your category.
Oh, my category, the region, Mark Bernstein and Sarah Hubbard, the Republican, the Democrats and Republicans were able to split the seats. So there'll be some talk.
What kind of votes did they get?
Huh?
What kind of votes did they get?
Numbers.
Oh, 2.3 and a half and to 2.4 something.
Nearly.
Marvin, do you want to invite people to go ahead and break for pizza? It looks like everybody's hungry.
Sure do. But one of the things I'm trying to create today, and we succeeded, is the fact that this is we're a community, and I'd like us to see ourselves as a community, whether it be a community of people who are Detroiters, community of people who are
Ralston Project
you know,
people.
pot smokers or not. I don't care about all that. I just care about creating Earth community, which would incorporate everybody, you know. And we also should celebrate the sacrament of the 420, a sacrament of the Holy Smoke, and that's another aim of us getting together.
You are okay.
And I still read
No.
about people being arrested. I just was told yesterday, a friend of mine was in jail, and he called me, and he said that he knew there were a couple kids in there who knew me. One knew me from the hash bash, another one knew me, and he's in there for possession of marijuana. And I said, that can't be because it's all legal. And they said, no, they got him on him anyway. And I went, fuck, you know. So I mean, there's still cases of where people are being persecuted over the earth.
Basically,
and it doesn't,
I'm paying $80
we need
a year.
until every prisoner is free around the world. We have a job to do, you know. As at least I have a job to do. I'm going to continue to work to organize people, get people to vote, get people to run the right way, keep pressure on President-elect Biden to move forward. And that's who I am. And so let's see. And so I'm glad you're here. Let's eat, right?
Yes.
Yes. Anybody else?
That I feel relieved about with this election is that
Talk louder.
Mike, please get out of the way. One of the things I feel more relieved about this election is now we're going to do something about global warming. That's back on the table. I mean, we're going to the Green New Deal, the thing with the nuclear arms treaty with Iran. That's really important. And this COVID-19, we're just not going to ignore it, and we're not going to go for this herd immunity that the administration's been talking about. So those are three big things that I feel a lot.
And there's so many fires because of the global warming also. That's what's causing the fires.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I heard what Trump had to say about global warming. It was all lies. He didn't, you know, I mean, the amount of lies that these people have believed that this man has told us. I mean, it's what they're telling me is that they're not.
May I make an announcement?
That's the truth, though. I mean, like that he admits to global warming, but he's going to invest in it.
Yeah, ask for donations to you. You'll collect donations. Ask if they're able. You know.
I was hoping.
Dikes around.
Thank you.
Folks, there's some
Oh,
nice
yeah.
I mean, that's how crazy.
pizza waiting inside that you can reheat in the microwave.
Well, he's being preemptive,
There's
but
coffee.
yeah.
Michael.
Okay, so there's pizza and coffee inside. We want to invite Giovanni and Tommy to begin playing, and we'll just visit and enjoy this beautiful afternoon, this great sunlight and the colors, the orange everywhere, and the leaves on our pulpit. And thanks to Denny, he's creating a little circle here with, you know.
Yes. Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis.
And Steve said that the group is welcome to meet here anytime. Good news, Marvin. Steve said the group is welcome to meet here.
Now, people are welcome to donate if they're so able
Yes.
for the pizza, please,
Okay.
if able.
What did you spend on pizza?
It was like $70. They gave us a $3 off per pizza discount.
We have a goal towards 70.
So we've raised 45 of that,
Oh, all right.
at least. So,
45 already.
yeah.
If you can contribute $3-5, you're contributing to help.
And if you can't, don't worry about it.
8, I believe. We accept travelers' checks and gold bullion.
Here's $100.
Old Canadian maple leaves and anything else.
I want $100.
We used to live around the corner
Thanks.
from the one we got this.
All right, let me introduce.
I'm gonna mount that, Tommy.
Mount it?
Yeah, on a platform, on a, no, you know what.
Computer screen.
We're gonna turn over, in any good church, we're gonna turn over the second half of the service to the gospel choir and the multifaceted entertainers that go with
Hey, thanks.
Aretha Franklin.
Take
could
some
not
home.
Be here today with us
Take some home.
in the flesh, but she promised to appear at a future service. So we will have Aretha Franklin in. This week we've got Tommy and Giovanni.
Yeah, I'm actually her background singer, but
Okay, if you could do a little Aretha for us to throw that in today, that would be fun.
awesome.
Chant, we call it chant.
We wanna welcome a couple new people that are
Yeah,
here.
channeling Aretha, channeling Aretha.
Thank
We
you.
wanna welcome everybody. I'm just happy that this thing is,
I brought my laptop and a small speaker system. We might be able to find something online, like maybe some of Maruga's stuff.
Be careful. These are recycled from
Okay, concluding.
David's building at the end of the street.
Thank you.